During storms, any rubbish on the ground, such as litter, oil, animal waste, is washed into storm drains and then into rivers, killing off our urban waterways.
Well, I can tell you, back in 1935, right up till 39, it was all kinds of fish, steelhead, coho, and dogs. We didn't bother with the dogs, the cutthroat, but we used to get a lot of coho, and we used to get them and smoke them. For the that was in Depression days, you know.
Burnaby Lake and the Brunette River in Burnaby are typical of a waterway in an urban watershed. As the area grew, industry along its banks dumped waste into the river, and many of the smaller feeder streams were entirely paved over. By the 50s, all the fish and wildlife were gone, and the system was written off in the name of progress. But by the late 1960s, people began to lobby government to clean it up. The Sapperton Rod and Gun Club got involved and began a fish restocking program. Today, the industry is cleaned up and the fish and birds are back, but there are still some problems.
One of the problems we have, which is a two-pronged problem when it comes to looking after streams, especially in urban areas, the first problem, of course, is to clean up the water so that if the water is good enough to bring fish back in it, and once you got the fish back in it, your job isn't done like a lot of people might think. Your job is really only beginning, because now you have to make sure that the water quality that's in those streams remains good enough so that those fish can continue to live in there. And in an urban environment like ours, this is one of the major problems we have. One of our major thrusts has got to be public education to make sure that people understand that everything that runs down storm drains, down their street, in their back lanes, and things like that, eventually finds its way into creeks like this, and into Burnaby Lake, and into the river system, and eventually finds its way down into the water where the fish are.